This whole trial is really starting to feel more like a media circus than anything else, especially because everything is being broadcast live for the world to see. Everyone has become a forensic team these days, as both Amber Heard and Johnny Depp are scrutinized by the public. And as we've seen a few times now, Amber Heard has been caught in quite a few lies that she's made where her account definitely doesn't seem to add up to everyone else's. So here is a compilation of the top 10 times Amber Heard was exposed during her trial against Johnny Depp. Number 10. Amber lying about having a broken nose. 2 days ago, during a recounting of one of the many fights that Amber and Johnny have found themselves in, Johnny Depp took the stand in Virginia to address the moment he realized that Amber Heard had, quote, flat out lied about breaking her nose during one of their fights. According to Fox, the actor began by explaining how Amber once attacked him in his home office and proceeded to accuse Depp of having broken her nose during the altercation. Immediately after it, Depp recalls Heard saying, quote, "Way to go, Johnny, you broke my nose." However, the actor later admitted that he crept inside her bathroom. Quote, "I pulled the Kleenex out of the trash bin. I inspected it pretty closely and realized it was nail polish, nail varnish." While this isn't a confirmed instance and is more so a personal recount, her lying about having a broken nose would be an extremely substantial situation of horrible and manipulative behavior. Number 9. Amber lying about being hit in an altercation. Another instance of a fight between the former celebrity couple where what Amber says directly contradicts what others who were present in the situation have said. In an instance where a verbal altercation occurred between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, Depp's bodyguard has finally come forward to offer insight into what really happened behind closed doors. The bodyguard, whose name is Malcolm Connolly, took the stand and alleged, quote, "As time went on, I could see them change. I could see Amber change. I could see Johnny getting quieter." When he recounted some instances where he'd heard occasional arguments between the couple, he stated, quote, "I could hear at times in certain accommodations when this thing happened. I could hear Amber screaming. I could hear shouting and bawling, and I could hear it going on. Mostly, I could hear Amber screaming. I'd never seen any slapping or grabbing or punching or hitting, but I did see scratches on Johnny's neck, maybe a fat lip in the corner, maybe a bruising on the eye socket. It was getting more regular. Not every week, but it was definitely happening, yeah." This directly contradicts Amber's narrative that she's never hurt or touched Johnny violently, and for others who aren't involved in your trial to go against your statement is a massive deal. Number 8. Amber faked bruises with video evidence showing it. As was exposed during the previous defamation trial of Johnny Depp against The Sun back in 2020, there were photos of Amber's alleged injuries. It shows Amber's cheek being battered and bruised, and she's got a swollen eye. Taken at face value, this is an awful instance of someone's face being physically harmed during an angry fight. But Amber has been accused of lying about the injuries and said she may not even have had any. There is security footage of Amber and her sister directly after when the fight was supposed to have occurred, and her face doesn't show any sign of visible harm. On top of that, the footage shows Amber and her sister laughing and throwing fake punches at one another. It seems more like a joke than anything else. If it is proven in the court that Amber did lie about being injured in the now infamous photos of her bruised up face, that will be a massive red flag where the judge may not be so lenient this time as he had been before. Number 7. The cops at the scene didn't notice a disturbance. In the previous defamation trial that Johnny held against The Sun for them labeling the actor as someone who harms his wife, there were tons of defendants who weren't allowed to take the stand because the trial focused on whether or not The Sun had falsely reported the claim. Although it had to do with Amber, it wasn't necessarily directly about Amber. Now that Johnny is suing her directly, we're hearing about the relationship from a lot of people who weren't allowed to take the stand before. One such case is the LAPD officer who responded to a call about a domestic disturbance at Amber and Johnny's home. While Amber claimed that she had been hit by Johnny, the LAPD officer tells a very different story. He says that he never saw any sign of disturbance, and that Amber looked completely fine, with no bruising or harm done to her face. He also said that Amber has been extremely unhelpful and refused to sign a police report or hand one in for filing. Later on, paparazzi had taken photos of Amber where she had bruises all over her face, so it just doesn't make sense. If the cop said that he didn't see any harm, why then a few hours later was her face all battered up in paparazzi pictures? Number 6. Johnny Depp was away when another domestic fight happened. According to CBC News, when Amber had initially filed for a restraining order against Johnny, she showed up to the courthouse with a bruise on her face. But the evidence seems to point to Amber giving herself the injury because of one small detail. Johnny's lawyer is claiming that she gave herself the injury to ruin Depp's reputation. He proved this by stating that Johnny and Amber hadn't even seen each other for at least 6 days before she was in the courthouse, and the bruises looked way too fresh for 6 days of healing. Johnny was on the European leg of a tour he was doing with his band, the Hollywood Vampires. This means that there's absolutely no way that he could have been the one to hit her. Number 5, witness calls Amber a liar. On April 13th, the second day after this defamation trial began, one witness to the couple's messy drama, Ike Barak, took to the stand. He is Johnny's friend of 42 years and was called to the stand to state whether he had seen any signs of Johnny doing any harm against Amber. He stated that he never saw Amber being physically hurt despite living next door to the couple. He came close to tears when he described what he called Amber's fraudulent accusations against Depp. He also made sure to state that he liked Amber and considered her to be a friend, but is extremely stressed by the situation in the court. He also stated that he was angry about, quote, phony pictures taken and put in tabloids and the fake narratives and the way Heard got a fraudulent domestic claim to extort and blackmail. There are many people affected by the malicious lie she's created. It's gone out the door and around the world, and I can't even paint anymore. Number 4, a makeup brand may expose Amber for more lies. On the 23rd of April, a makeup brand shocked everyone by entering into the fighting ring with one crucial piece of evidence that seemed to continue to suggest that Amber had been lying about the whole thing. Amber's lawyer claimed that the actress had used a makeup product by Milani Cosmetics to cover up her bruises that Johnny had given her. The only problem with that claim is that Milani's all-in-one correcting kit was not launched until 2017. As representatives of the brand stated themselves in a TikTok video that has gone explosively viral. The alleged harm occurred between 2012 and 2016. The makeup product would not launch until a whole year after Depp and Heard were divorced. While Heard's attorney didn't specifically name Milani Cosmetics in court, she did hold up the makeup kit in question and said that Amber carried it around in her purse every day to hide bruises. It could be that the attorney was just using the product as an example of the type of makeup Amber would have used, but it's also possibly just another one of Amber's lies to try and make Johnny appear more evil. Number 3, a body language expert seems to peg Amber as using lying techniques. While the science of body language is far from concrete, one body language and behavioral expert is extremely suspicious of the way that Amber conducts herself during the trial. He explained that she frequently has shifty eyes when someone is talking to her. The most likely reason was, quote, condescending lack of interest. You are not important enough to hold my interest. He also states that Amber frequently had defensive body language, such as an aggressive way that she scratched her shoulder to where she nearly knocked off her microphone. Her lawyer's objection to some of the questioning found Heard looking down, indicating that she was thinking about what to say next. Number 2, Amber didn't donate the money to charity like she promised. If we rewind all the way back to the initial divorce proceedings, Amber had stated to the court that she planned to take the $7 million that she made from the divorce case and donate it to the Children's Hospital and a workers' rights group. But a few days ago, a representative of one of the charities testified that his organization only received $1.3 million from Amber, including a $500,000 fund that was tied to Elon Musk, which would not be money from Amber herself. Although $1.3 million is a lot, it is definitely not the $7 million that she had promised to pledge to the charity. Quote, the entire case is really about Amber Heard's credibility. If Heard is going to lie about something easily verifiable, you have to ask yourself, what else is she lying about? Says a journalist covering the court case. Number 1, the phone call that proved Amber had hit Johnny Depp. Although this phone call is nothing new to the court, I'd say that it is one of the most damning pieces of evidence against Amber that catches her in a direct lie. It changed her defense from, I didn't hit Johnny, to, I caused less damage than Johnny. The phone recording is of Amber place-dating Johnny after an argument in which she defends herself. Quote, I can't promise I won't get physical again. I get so mad I lose it. She continues to say, quote, I was hitting you. I didn't know where the motion of my hand was, but you're fine. I didn't hurt you. I didn't punch you. I was hitting you. Well guys, there you have it. This is just some of the lies uncovered so far as the trial is almost halfway through. Who knows what more we'll see in the coming weeks. Be sure to check back here for the latest news on the case. I've been your host Sierra. See you guys next time.